The Beast of the Himalayas, Yeti, also known as, I believe, Chemo in Nepal, was just a myth until Eric Shipton in 1951, a mountaineer, came across this trackway of several hundred prints leading into an area where no one's ever hiked before. And here's a picture of Shipton with the print he took a picture of, his famous print. You can see it's over about a foot long there. So he cast it and brought it back, and the myth all of a sudden was more than just a legend. And expeditions started. Tom Slick financed a few. You got Peter Byrne in on it. Here's a few pictures in later years of supposedly Yeti. I'm not sure about that one. It looks like a guy there, but I'll post it. Anyway, so now you not only come to Nepal to hike Everest, you can look for Yeti. And there's a big town at the base of Everest for mountaineers. But the most famous mountaineer would be Reinhold Messner. He was the first guy to hike Everest, climb this top of Everest without oxygen. Anyway, that's pretty tough. But anyway, he had his own encounter while he was hiking into a town, and a Yeti was circling him when he was in Meadow, and then he took up the quest to find evidence to prove the existence. Anyway, there's another picture of one. These are Messner's pictures. The top one is a print he found. I outlined it here coming up. The bottom one was another expedition, I believe, found by someone else on looking for him. Messner might have been with him on that expedition. Anyway, there's the outline. You can see toes, and you can see even little claw marks at the top. Pretty cool. So anyway, I've gone after Sasquatch in the winter. Kind of related, you know, Yeti, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. So there's Sam, good old Sam, and we found a tree peeker here while I was just taking pictures of these beautiful cedars all covered in snow. So anyway, there's a tree peeker at the top of the hill, and we did, I zoomed in here, we did a follow-up video, and well, during the follow-up video, Sam left the trail that I blazed and went back to the snowmobile trail. So anyway, that video's coming up, and then I'll come back. Come on, Sam. There we go, looking for prints. Gotta get out of. Thing is about going after them in the snow is that people see where you've come and gone, and then some people get curious, and then they come across your tracks, and your tracks may lead them to Squatch tracks or something interesting like that, and then you've done all your scouting for nothing. You're just giving it away. So I can't get into some of my locations because of how deep the snow is. Right now my vehicle's parked a couple miles back that way, and on the road, well, side of the road. But just the other day I was parked on the side of the road putting a game plan together, and someone pulled up ahead of me. I was just curious to see what I was doing. I mean, I guess people are like that in remote areas where they see a strange vehicle that's not their neighbor's. Come on, Sam. Let's get away from the snowmobilers. Anyway, this looks like the area somewhere here. There may be another area up this way. Anyway, we'll see if we can find any fresh signs. I'll have a look around, but I don't want to disturb them too much because then they'll relocate. But I'll have a look around. You may hear snowmobiles go by, but we're in from the trail. Nice to stand and wait for me to blaze the trail. Have to constantly keep grabbing her. She doesn't know how to react around the snowmobiles. Sam, where are you going? I don't know. Whenever she gets chicken like that, I always wonder if we're being watched. Sam! Okay, so Sam bolts, and I'm very suspicious of what's going on around me. So we ended up leaving, but I did some panning around, and I finally got back to this little project and searched for Yeti on my own here in northeastern Ontario. But anyway, I was wondering what happens to Sasquatch in the winter. Well, up here, they don't go anywhere. They just use the cover of the trees as they do in summer. As you can see, hopefully you can see, there's two or three, there's a few Sasquatch hiding right there. There's a hand with, you can see this gray skin on the fingers. There's one to the left. And there's one kind of center left with his face behind that tree. But there was also a hand there. You could see the dark gray skin of the fingers. There's a little a guy, I guess that's like a big juvie perhaps, to his left. That's pretty cool. I had to crank up the contrast to pull him out. But anyway, there's that shot of the hand again. You can see like what, 3 or 4 fingers there. The thumb's missing. I outlined it a little bit, and they're all blending in with the snow-covered cedars. So no wonder Sam took off. But anyway, this is from the follow-up also. You can see some brown heads poking up there. And then just some single faces I pulled out of those stills. Pretty creepy that they could hide like that. A lot of controversy around that ability. Anyway, some may know, some may not know who's on Facebook with me, is that Sam passed away at the end of November. So kind of a dedicated video to her. And she was a good dog. Very gentle, never hurt anybody, always looked out for my kids. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the new year.